doing some gym.
You want to come up?
Gain some weight.
Are you saying I look buff?
Yeah, you look buff. You look like you
Usually
some
when
weight.
you say like, have you gained weight, you mean the opposite.
Yeah, I was like,
You gained bulk,
I was like,
Yeah.
that's really rude.
That's a great thing to say. You don't know anything about good guys. I can say whatever I want and I'm gonna tell it no matter how I want.
Oh, it's a language barrier.
yeah, I was gonna say it's a
Anytime you say
cultural thing.
something- Yeah, it's just Greek.
Panos comes to America and he just goes up to random people and he's like, "You look really big." Oh yeah, and they're just like, "Oh my god, my
Yeah.
heavens!"
Wouldn't they
Clutch
be
my
big?
pearls.
What? The bells? What? Is that even-
Clutching my pearls. I'm so in shock.
That would be like
promise-
horrifying though.
That sounds so sexy.
Yeah.
Really?
I promise not to kill you, Panos, in this stream. I killed you a
Oh.
couple times last stream.
I'm gonna take on that challenge and dare you to try that.
Yeah. So many murders. It was so fun. We were playing Among Us, and I stabbed them in the face several times.
Oh my god.
The last game
That
took
works.
3 seconds for her to stab me.
I was like,
The
"Dude,
last-
you
Go back
just
in.
That's exactly my fear. If I played with you guys, I just know it's like I would exist. Like if I didn't die the first day or first night or first round or whatever, you would know I was the imposter.
it's so good.
If I did die or if
Like-
I wasn't
Look at
one,
your
I would
face.
just
Somebody
like.
witnessed me murder somebody,
you were
and I
tired.
managed to turn it around. Like, no, it wasn't me. Not, and then I won.
Sick.
Like, no,
Hey, get out of daddy's drawers.
Get out of daddy's drawers.
That sounds
You know,
Let's
the
go to
stream
911.
doesn't have any kind of visual right now, so to
Out
them,
of context, he means like a chest of drawers for those who may be listening.
or does he?
I'm calling the police.
Are we all witnessing something
Joke
horrible?
about that, please.
Oh no, child is unhappy.
Baby DM just demands camera time.
Well,
It's
they're
like
not
all they
baby
desire.
today, it's baby PC.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Can we ever change it from
No?
baby DM to baby PC? It's-
Well, she's been demoted, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, no, she's not. It's not a demotion.
look at that parental like
Don't make that
protection.
mistake. It's not a demotion.
It's like my child is still special. Hi, baby. Hi, hi. She seemed to be like interested when we tried to distract her previously. I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's working anymore.
I think she's overtired, to be honest. She just is that screeching. It's like, yep, somebody needs to sleep.
Something needs to
confusing.
sleep. We just need one of those like Jurassic Park style, like, you know, elephant shotguns with the tranq darts at them. Just be like, and just, you know, knock them down. You'll just see baby DM just like drooling in the crib, just like, bleh. It'll be like successful parenting.
Or she'll being Carl really good on the head one time, and he'll just like,
God. Yeah, it's impossible.
oh man. I'm excited. It'd be weird playing a new character, but I'm excited.
This is true. Have you guys like picked weird accents for your characters, or is it just gonna sound like your people?
No, because I can't get away from this accent. Have you heard that?
Cal, can you
try?
try and speak with an American accent? What would that sound like?
Oh, like I cannot do accents. I cannot.
Oh
Um,
man, it's like,
I'm told when I'm in America I have a slight twang of American, but it's not an accent.
there's just a hint of it. Like Mecca's rubbed
Yeah.
off on you like just a scotch.
Meg's not Southern, is she? I thought she
No,
was from-
she's from Western New York.
Oh, so it's always really creepy when you find out that like certain actors have crazy accents, but like you've known them from a show where they were just using like an American accent.
Yeah,
It's
she
just
has a Scottish accent these days. It's great.
Mech does?
Yeah, yeah, she does.
What the heck?
Well, Jared asked me like, which one is the American?
Which
Yeah,
one
she's
is the
been
American?
here for 10 years now, and she just has a habit of picking up accents. So yeah, people who meet her, they're like, "Are you Irish?" Because it's not quite Scottish, but it's not American.
My God. It's just this homogenization now where you don't belong in
No.
either location. Like,
You know
It
what?
definitely sounds more Scottish than American.
It does. Do you know what the best is? So when we go visit her family, she'll be speaking to me and like a family member. When she speaks to her mum, she has an American accent, and then she speaks to me and it goes back to Scottish. It flip flops. It's
She's a
brilliant.
chameleon.
It's so good.
Oh my god,
She's sitting over there listening to me talk about her laughing.
that's got to be so disorienting. Not for you so much, because I guess you're used to it, but like someone who's just casually observing, they're like, wait a minute, like what?
It's also brilliant when she uses Scottish words in an American accent. Like she says something, that's pure brilliant. I'm like, oh, it's so good. Yes. Our mother looks at me and is just like, what have you done to my daughter? I'm like,
It's just like, I don't. This is who she is now. This is her.
it happens.
Just get on board or get out.
Yeah. So yeah, she doesn't really have an American accent anymore.
My god, I don't know what accent I have. People have told me, I'll never forget when I was at work, someone on the phone said that I sounded Canadian, and I was like, I'm not sure if I should have been like offended or like thankful, because like Canadians are generally like nice people, like is the stereotype, so it's like, I guess that's good, but I couldn't understand why they assumed I was Canadian. Like
a lot of different kinds of Canadians.
I mean, I definitely don't have
like
any kind
French
of like
Canadians.
Yeah, I don't have
and
a
then,
French
like,
thing.
The people who live in like the Wisconsin kind of sort of sound Canadian-ish. Like they have this little overlap there over in that section of Canada. I don't know. It's
the closest thing I could think of was like at the time it was when I was going hardcore in my World of Warcraft like raiding days, and I played with a lot of people that were Canadians, so like maybe I picked up some level of mannerism.
If you say sorry out.
Yeah, I don't think I say anything like that, like sorry out, like I don't even know.
Yeah, you don't sound like any kind of Canadian I've heard.
That's what I'm saying, but like more than one person has said I sound Canadian, so maybe there's just like a bunch of dumb people that think Canadians sound like me or something.
Are you Canadian, Kiran?
I mean, of all the things they could like accuse me of or like mistake me for, I guess being Canadian isn't really all so awful.
No.
You Canadian, Lime?
I don't think you should assume that any like nationality would be.
You know, Deb,
insulting.
as I said that out loud, I was just like, I feel like that's going to be turned against me. Like, but it's like, I always picture it as if like,
it's
you know,
the
you're...
American way to turn innocent things into bigotry.
Yes. Well, it's kind of like if you confuse like, you know, like someone who might be like Vietnamese versus like Korean, like, you know, the ignorant American is just going to be like, oh, they're all something, something, like that level of offense, I guess. Just like, how do you not know what I am? I guess that's like as close as a like white male that I'll ever get to feeling like I was like racially profiled or something.
White male. Privilege, white male. All day.
Oh god. Well, the countdown is over. It is time to roll that hot new intro. Once I stop the music
Can't wait. Oh, I can't wait.
and begin.
Them
Such a good
hypes.
intro.
Them hypes. Oh, the castle. Oh.
If you had to guess how many times I watched this intro, what would your number
Oh
be?
my-
Several
When-
50.
50 is probably close.
I would say
Going by
200.
what you said.
Say 200.
It was a lot.
The slimy colors.
I feel like I haven't played D&D in about 300 years. It's been like a week.
Yeah.
You're going to be like,
It's like,
what is dice?
What are dice?
How do dice work?
What is that?
Oh, man. Let's see. Heard this song so many times, and every single time this like beat drop happens, I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, dude, that works. That really works. It hits the right note. Yeah.
It's the simple things in life. I don't know what to tell you guys, but everybody, welcome to season 2. I was about to say of the Tales of Whimsy. We have to come up with our own weird name for this. Although, per canon of this show, we will probably name the series with something dumb that happens in today's episode, and that will take the form of the series title for the rest of the time. But we are back with some D&D action. How much has everyone missed D&D? How much?
So much. I haven't slept in 2 weeks since we last had our session.
I feel like we're at like an A&A meeting. Like, you know, it's just like, hello, my name is Cal. It's been 2 weeks since my last D&D.
Yeah.
Carl, how are you feeling sitting in the player's chair this time around?
It was great. I didn't have to do like any prep. It's like, all right, let me focus on my goofy voice this week. That's it. Like, I didn't have to
Yay.
learn like what's gonna happen. I didn't have to.
You just like
I
started.
didn't have to plan around what you guys were gonna do. My baby's muting me with her book. It's great. Like, I don't have to worry about this stuff. I'm not the focus. I don't have to do anything. This is great.
Like a vacation.
This is vacation.
We're gonna like call on Carl's character to do something, and he's just gonna be sitting there like lounging around, just being like, "What? It's my turn." All right.
Sorry, I was playing Valheim. Sorry.
Yeah. God, this gives me high hopes. Well, we have officially all made new characters. We are in an entirely new place. We are running an entirely new campaign. For folks that are familiar with the D&D world or the D&D source books, this is the Curse of Strahd, as the intro may have told you of. And here is our beautiful background art and our beautiful little tokens. But I think we can jump right in if you guys are ready.
Oh yeah, I was born
Yeah,
ready.
so ready.
All right, Cal was born ready. Came out of the womb and was like, "Where's my Curse of Strahd?" Get in there. All right. So we begin the campaign. Let me find the appropriate music here. I made music for like everything, so it's
But there is no music.
not yet. There we go.
It's coming.
It's coming.
Oh god.
So we open our scene. We are in the city of Neverwinter, and we are in the Fallen Tower Tavern. Inside, there are patrons just kind of going about their business. Everyone is pretty ho-hum. Nothing is going crazy. It's just another ordinary day in Neverwinter. Within the tavern, you can see that there are some folks that do not appear to be local to the tavern. Speaking of, there's a table in the right side of the room here where there's a dark-skinned elvish woman sitting there by her lonesome. Cal, why don't you describe this person?
So Saya is sitting in the back corner, as you can see, because she's just arrived, so she's a bit dusty. So she's got her hair pulled back because she's been on the road for a while. She's tired. She's got herself a drink in hand. And she's just wishing that there was somebody would walk past with a nice big fat purse that she could just like cut and run out with. But nothing has come her way so far.
Perfect. I will make sure my NPCs steer clear outside.
Legendary.
So then the camera pans over to the bar, and we see a fairly pale and solemn looking half-elf sitting at the corner of the bar. Carl, why don't you describe who we see sitting there?
So you see a very, very tired and haggard looking half-elf trying to get the attention of the barkeep. And he's just like, come on, please, just come by me. He looks weather-beaten. He looks meek. He looks like a couple miles of bad road. At some point, no, I can't open this. At some point, he probably looked pretty fit and muscular, but a lot of that seems to have like worn out and just ground him down as he's like vainly trying to get the attention of the bartender.
And then the camera continues panning over, and then just a couple of seats over, you see a little halfling sitting there with their legs not quite touching the ground from their high stool there. Deb, who do we see sitting at the bar there?
See an adorable halfling. She has a small leather journal, and she's kind of looking at it and then looking up and looking around to see, almost as if to see if she's recognizing anyone here.
So a curious halfling sitting at the bar.
Oh, she's like brown hair, blue eyes. She looks fairly friendly. So, yeah.
And then the camera continues panning, and we see a much bulkier half orc sitting at the. I've learned that being called big is a good thing, according to a very swole, big. We see a green tinted skin, but however very decadently dressed half orc sitting at another table. Panos, who do we see sitting over there?
Over there, you see sitting a half orc that has been thinking about what he should do in his next step. His life has been a turmoil of decisions, and maybe there is more to his vision that he knows. He is like a little bit after adulthood, like orcs age around the age of 15, so he's around 15, that means like 20 years old in human ages. He has light yellow eyes, like very deep stare, like very powerful stare. He is a medium size, he's like around 5 feet. And he has like long black hair, like very uncharacteristic of the half-orc tribe. But he seems like a person that would gather the eyes of the curious, because he's not a usual half-orc. He looks dressed properly in a mage's attire, but nonetheless very well dressed for a half-orc, for sure.
Beautifully done. And I know Carl did this to us at the start of our season 1.
No,
And
please, I was hoping you wouldn't do this.
I was going to say, I wasn't necessarily going to make you all do it unless you wanted to, but I know Carl did, and I was actually incredibly happy. So Carl, if Kalanthas was played by an actor, who would he be played by?
If Cal was played by an actor, he would be a young but very, very tired-looking Jeremy Irons.
Jeremy Irons. Does everyone know who Jeremy Irons is? Do you guys remember who
Yeah.
Jeremy Irons is?
Yeah.
It's kind of funny because when I'm about to describe who Jeremy Irons is, I always put him in Die Hard 3, like Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Yeah, totally.
That's to
totally
me
him.
his most iconic role, even though I'm
He
positive.
also was he was a villain in the Dungeons and Dragons movie.
Oh god.
Yeah,
Even better.
with the Wayans.
So I won't make everyone else do it unless you have thought of one. It sounds like Deb may actually have thought of one, or maybe she was thinking of dreading the question but never actually answered it.
Dreading it.
I love the idea of you anticipating the question but not coming up with the answer. You're just not just dreading the
I don't know who
existence.
to pick. And I have a pretty deep knowledge of like movie stars and actors and stuff.
All right. I will not
See, I
force
would-
you all to do it.
I
Oh,
would
wait.
probably pick Letita Wright because she's just a fantastic actress and I love her.
Which one?
Letita Wright, she plays Shuri in Black Panther.
Sure. Oh, yeah, okay. I did not know her name. That is that's pretty sick actually.
She's awesome.
She would be awesome, I think.
I can't
doing
picture
a
her with
Rogue
white hair
Panther.
though. I'm gonna
I think it
Photoshop
would
that
look
later.
Really cool.
Taylor Swift. Bill says Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift.
Oh my
God.
God. I would say, like, for mine, I would say Mickey Rourke, maybe.
Which one?
Mickey Rourke.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
he
Mickey Rourke would be
good.
sick.
Awesome.
Yeah, he would be good.
That would actually be
think
really.
it
You don't
would.
even have to put any face prosthetics on him. You just
Yeah,
color him green and you're
that's it.
good to go.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. He has done so many plastic stuff in his face. He's like, I don't know even who this guy is anymore. Crazy.
All right, that was amazing, Deb. I kind of need you to come up with one now because everybody else did.
Tried to buy you time, Deb.
Who do you feel like
Let's talk about-
Augage?
Taylor Swift. Let's talk about Taylor Swift.
No, God.
T-Sway.
gross. Um,
What? What did you call her?
T-Sway?
Yeah. What?
What?
You're not part of the T-Sway army or whatever they call
No.
themselves, or
They're
something?
Swifties.
Yes. Are they
Swifties.
Swifties? Okay.
Natalie Dormer. That's a good one.
That's like a Dustbuster, isn't it? Swifter? Swifter?
Natalie
Natalie
Dormer.
Dormer. No, I don't like her
Swiftie
either.
is not a
You
Ghostbuster.
don't like
Um,
Natalie Dormer? Oh my
No,
God.
she
the
annoys
humanity.
me. Her
The
mannerisms.
humanity. I'm gonna
I'm
commit
like,
suicide now.
I pick up these little things in people and then they bug me and then I can't like them.
God.
Oh,
you know?
yes.
Probably like, you know,
Ooh.
early 1990s Dominique Moceanu. That
Oh,
would be
wow.
nice.
Who's that?
That's
even
like a
real
pull
person.
out of nowhere.
She was like an Olympic gymnast. I'm
I was
trying
about
to think
to
of
say-
somebody who's like cute, perky, small, like I don't
Princess
know.
Amidala.
All right. So for the start of next episode, I will put your
Oh,
characters
okay,
side by
her.
side. Yeah, I was like, that name was a name I forgot existed until it was just uttered a second ago.
I have no idea a person existed with that name.
All right. So characters are there in the tavern. So everyone is in the tavern and nothing is really seemingly out of the ordinary. You can see all of our PCs are just kind of minding their own business. You know, there's people drinking, there's people eating, there's like light conversation. The mood in the bar is not overly jovial or overly sad. It is a super neutral bar. This is late at night within the town of Neverwinter. When suddenly, at the door arrives a man dressed in very extravagant clothing. They are, you know, head to toe in these very flowy robes. They're fairly tall. They have a pointy nose, long black hair, and they enter the entrance with purpose. Like when they open the tavern door, it is not a casual, it is a, you know, it's like as if Pi himself was being channeled by this Erigel character, and he bursts through the door. But he does not appear to be scared, upset, concerned. He's just with purpose. And he makes an announcement to the room in general as all the patrons kind of turn and look at this man. Changing the music. I come looking for adventurers. My master, he's in need of help. Who of you could help me, join me, save our people? And he's eyeing up the bar, and he goes over to a table where there are these people, and he kind of like shakes someone on the shirt. He's just like, can you help us? And the tavern person just is kind of like, no. Like he kind of like throws them back in their chair, frustrated. As he runs over to Saya, actually, he notices that Saya appears to be more battle-worn, battle-tested, has a look about her that appears as though she is formidable. And this is exactly what Erigel is looking for. Would you be willing to help my master?
So Saya looks at him. So you said he's pretty well put together?
Yeah, he's like extravagantly dressed. Like he does not appear to be from around here at all.
Okay.
Like,
so she looks at him in the eye, and then she does the whole like down to the bottom and back up, getting the full picture, and she just says, I mean, I could help if the price was right.
Price is not an object. If it is price that you are interested in, then my master could reward you handsomely.
Who is your master?
It is the burgomaster. He is what you may think of as a mayor.
That sounds like money.
And as you
Saya's
keep
like-
referencing money, he actually takes out a sack of coins and drops it directly on the table, and you hear a very satisfying like chink.
Ooh.
Would you join me?
Yes. And she's just like,
Monpun was curious about this good-looking dressed fella, so he tried to do a perception check to see if you could hear what they were talking about.
Sure. Give me a perception.
The first roll of our campaign.
It's going to be a Moonpoon perception. It wouldn't be D&D if the first roll wasn't perception. That is a 16 on that perception. So fortunately for you, the bar is actually fairly quiet since this man has entered the bar. So you did hear the basically the entire conversation that took place. So Erigel again begins, well, I guess now you know his name is Erigel. He begins,
I hated doing that.
I know.
You got attacked by a bugbear. I mean, the monster that
Some-
you didn't know what it was.
some bushy thing. I mean, fortunately, it's not important. But it's just I see him there with the nameplate, even though you don't.
I think you're selling this dude short. He is incredibly shifty looking, also devilishly handsome.
Yes, he is like Lord Farquaad took sexy pills and he turned into this man. So again, the person who enters the tavern goes to another table, and he's just looking and he's kind of sneering at everyone. Again, everyone in the tavern is just fairly common folk. There's no obvious interest in most of them. He makes his way towards the bar, and he sees a Calanthas just sitting there. Does Calanthas look towards him, or is he continuing to just stare forward at the bar?
Has the bartender engaged with me at all yet?
He has been casually ignoring you the entire time.
Wow, what a jerk. He's gonna turn back to the stranger, and he's gonna kind of size him up. I want to roll an insight on him to see, like, to kind of get a read on him.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do this through D&D Beyond. I'm gonna do my insight check.
We are testing all the machinery on this next roll. Ooh, look at it.
Did it work?
It did, but you didn't get a result that you might like.
No, I did not.
With an adjusted 6, you have no reason to distrust this person, or nothing overly revealed. They just appear to be with purpose.
I have no intention of helping your lord, but the plight of your people intrigues me. Go further. Describe what is happening to your people.
There's a land, you see. There's just all of us. We're suffering, and there's a terrible energy here that we need someone to come and vanquish them.
I have no interest in vanquishing foes. I have interest in protecting those folk that you have so dismissively mentioned. What ails them? What attacks them? Is it some disease? Some foe? What?
Specifically, there is one, Arena Kulyana. She's been afflicted by an evil so deadly that even the good people of our village can't protect her. We need to have her saved from this menace. I am just a lowly servant of Barovia, but I need more powerful allies. This evil, it must be vanquished.
So Carl, the player, knows what Barovia is. Can I see if Calanthas, the player character, knows what that is?
Yeah, feel free to roll.
What should I roll?
Give me a history.
History. Okay, so something about Cal is he is an excellent class of what he is. However, he's a bit of a dummy.
Ooh.
History is not his best skill.
Sick. All right.
So let's see. Let's see. Let's see how well he rolls.
A 4. You have never heard of Barovia.
Is it far from here? I've never heard of this place.
You see him kind of like almost hiding what appears to be a smirk, and he goes, "It is far, yes. You probably wouldn't have heard of it, but I can take you there. I will take you there."
Well, I have no reason to distrust you. The only thing I ask is your master capable of giving me a good bed? I just want a good night's sleep. That is all I ask.
There are parts of Barovia that have exactly as you seek in our master, the Burgomaster. I know it sounds like I said Burgermaster, but it's Burgomaster.
Could you repeat that?
I was thinking Hamburglar.
So I literally, quick aside,
Hamburglar.
I literally typed this word into Google to have it pronounce it for me, thinking it would say Burgomaster because it's spelled that way. But it says Burgermaster, like literally says Burgermaster. And I'm just like, I can't say Burgermaster. It's going to derail the entire stream. I'm derailing it anyway, explaining it, but goddamn, I was just like.
Is his lord the the delightful Mayor McCheese?
Yes. It's just the Hamburglar. It's just like running around. But yes, good man, there is plenty of places that you could sleep. Our master is very capable of taking care of you.
Well, so as long as your people are in plight, my sword is yours. However, if you cross me, You'll know it swiftly.
He kind of just nods in like respect and appreciation. And again, as he's there, he glances over at Augage here, and
Before we do that,
yes,
Moonpoon was already interested in all of that, so she wanted, as he was talking to Calenta, she wanted to go like behind him and like just be behind him when he stands his back, so he can scare him a little bit. So like my character would have liked to move there stealthily while he was talking to Calentas, and then when he turned around, she would face him.
And who might you be?
I've heard of your plight, and it seems very interesting that a funny little human like you wanna face strength and creatures probably way more powerful than you. You aren't scared of me, are you?
Oh, you do look interesting. I don't know if I would say I'm scared of you, but I do think you would be of great service to our beautiful town of Barovia.
I'm so scared. It's so funny. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, it's okay. This is what I wanted to hear. I can help you. I can aid you. Don't worry about it. And I'm gonna pat his back like with all of my strength to see if he can stay standing whilst I hit him hard in the back.
So when you hit him pretty hard in the back, you notice it's pretty firm. Like he seems capable. Like he does not get like jostled forward. He kind of like takes it.
Is impressed by his endurance.
Mm-hmm. And the whole time, I'm still sitting where I am, but I'm just watching what's happening with my big bag of money.
And then lastly, he scans the bar and he notices this very elegant-looking staff of this little halfling that's sitting there. And he saunters over. And what of you? Do you have any skills that you could bring to my master? Would you help us?
I know you. I saw you in my dream. I was brought here to help you. And so was Calanthus, and so was Moonpoon, and so was Saya. We were all brought here to help you. And yes, we will help you.
So he looks slightly disturbed by this, but he kind of like smiles and just goes with it and says, Yes, that's good. So you will join us then. That's great.
Absolutely.
Who are these other people you speak of?
I've never met them, but they were in my dream, so I know that it's meant to be.
Are they around town somewhere?
They're right here in the tavern. You just talk to them.
And he kind of like looks around. Did the player characters here, Augage, just state all of your names?
Yeah, and Moonpoon is...
I wasn't hiding it.
Exactly.
Seems pretty exuberant, so I would think yes.
He's gonna move like very close to her. Like she's sitting on a table, right?
Yeah.
So she's gonna like tower above her. Yeah, very interesting. So like, what are you, a halfling?
I am a halfling.
How do you know all of that? Do you have like magic powers?
I do. I have dreams, and in my dreams, I can see things that are going to happen, and they kind of guide me and where I'm going to go. And so they brought me here.
Very interesting.
I'm already in love with Augage. It's so fun.
She's, I love her, but Saya's like,
Can I do like an Arcana check to see if like she is using some kind of magic right now?
Yeah.
Look that awesome, because like Moonpoon is very impressed by her posture, like being so small but being so powerful in her speech and the way she expresses himself. Her staff, hair. I can't even speak.
I'll cast Shalala and make my staff glow.
Oh, that's fancy. Okay, let's do an Arcana check to see. I should have clicked this. I don't think it clicked. Okay.
There we go. A 20 adjusted.
very nice.
So yes, you do detect that certainly the glowing staff is indeed imbued with magic.
Mm-hmm. Can I do a perception check? I want to see if she's lying or not.
Yeah?
It'd be insight, I think.
Insight?
Yes, insight check, yeah. Sorry.
Okay. whatever.
You roll an 8.
Yeah.
No discernible clues or
Yeah.
hints as to whether or not that was all factual. The stranger then says, "Well, I thank you all. I believe this is going to be the riding party, as it were. I have a carriage outside, but so you know that I'm speaking true, let me show you the letter from my master himself." And you should now see a letter on your screen.
I can't even read that, guys.
So I will read it for you, since I know that that is incredibly hard to
Thank
read.
you.
I tried.
Thank you.
Read cursive.
I'm too Greek for that. I'm too Greek for that. Thank
That
you.
would be hard for someone
Literally
who's not
anybody.
Okay.
So the letter says, "Hail to thee of might and valor. I, a lowly servant of Barovia, send honor to thee. We plead for thy so desperately needed assistance. The love of my life, Arena Kolyana, has been afflicted by an evil so deadly that even the good people of our village cannot protect her. She languishes from her wound, and I would have her saved from this menace. There is much wealth in this community. I offer all that might be had to thee and thy fellows, if thou shalt but answer my desperate plea. Come quickly, for her time is at hand. All that I have shall be thine." And it's signed by Kolyan Idirovich, the burgomaster. What you would have also noticed...
Before? Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, yeah. What you would have also noticed is that there was a crest on this letter. I can't show it to you, unfortunately. I'm very mad that the game did it this way, but essentially the crest, I'll tell you why later. The crest that you see appears to almost be like a red eagle looking creature with like a tower behind it with like a castle. That is the crest that you see on the envelope of the letter that he handed all of you.
Could I roll a knowledge check to identify that signet?
Moonpoon wants to do the same.
Yeah, feel
What
free.
should I roll? History?
Yes.
All right, let's go, Dummy Cal.
Let's go, Dummy Cal.
I don't like being called a dummy.
15. And a 5. Adjusted 6. Is anyone else rolling?
I'm gonna roll because she'd want to know if she'd check it and see if she.
Everyone is curious. It makes sense.
Nope.
Adjusted 6.
History's not my strong suit either.
Is Augage going to roll, or she's just cool with it?
Yep.
Nope, there it goes. And a 12. So,
Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, so, strangely enough, none of you have actually seen this sigil before. This appears foreign to all of you.
Now that something I want to do during all of this is, I have no idea who Augage is. I am going to use my divine sense on her because that creeped the hell out of Calathas.
Everyone is creeped about August.
So
creepy.
Yeah, it's totally creepy. How do you
Everyone's
know
creepy.
everything about me?
All of us are creepy.
Not everything.
So as an action, I can use this to determine whether or not that Augage is good or bad.
What is that? Is it a spell?
It's one of my abilities.
Okay, so it's not a verbal spell, like we can hear.
No,
Okay.
it's a holy spell.
Yes.
So, what is Augage? Augage?
August.
Augage.
Augage. Okay, I've been saying it right.
Oddly.
I've been
good.
the one that's been blowing it.
Baby PC is out.
Yay! Good for
Excellent.
her.
Good night, baby PC.
Good night, baby PC.
We love you.
So, what is Augage? Is she good? Is she evil?
She's good.
She's
Yeah.
good.
There you go.
Okay, so you kind of see him grab his sword for a little bit and kind of like eye you warily for a second, and then he like relaxes.
We're gonna fight each other so soon. Like it's gonna be a battle royale first session. No one's gonna survive that.
So then the person is now looking at all of you and he says, "How rude of me. I never quite even introduced myself, but I am Aragul. You can refer to me as such. No nickname such as Airy. I hate being called Airy." And with that...
Airy? Sorry.
You're a wizard, Airy. So with this, he gestures for you all to follow him out. Do you?
Of course,
Yeah.
I do.
I'm
I
getting
see.
paid,
Why,
I'm
no,
going.
I know. Why not? He seems like a trustworthy fellow.
I'm trying to close the window.
All right. So then, with this, we will leave the tavern and actually enter a wagon that he has. And as you go outside, you notice that it is much foggier than you recall. It is not, a standard day in Neverwinter that you've observed before. Just the amount of fog and clouds around you is just dense and almost choking as you go outside. But Aragul seems unfazed by this. "Come now to the wagon. I will take you." Gestures for you to get on.
So,
Of course, I
I'll get
trust
on.
you implicitly.
when we went inside the bar, before we went inside the bar, was the air outside the same as it is now, or is it different?
It
than
was not as foggy as it was as it is currently. You did not notice that level of density within the fog before.
And we have been here before, so we would know if there was extreme fog in the past. Or...
Yes. Yeah, I won't make you roll anything for that. You would definitely know that this is strange weather.
Okay.
Suspicious. Sus bro.
So do you all hop on the wagon?
Yes.
Does Audrey speak for all of you?
I'm speaking for myself. I
Yeah.
hop on.
I'm already in the wagon. I trust this dude with my life.
He's like, yeah.
Well-
Come on, let's go.
Yeah, because I'm like, I should be getting paid. That was a lot of money, and I could do with a lot of money.
Moonpoon wants to go in just for the adventure. He knows that something is wrong, but he doesn't care. And he doesn't care about sharing it with anyone
Running
else
around,
either.
Carl.
He's getting his workout in before a long carriage ride.
So then everyone hops into the wagon, and you see Aragul essentially just kind of nod to everyone sitting in the back, and he says, "It'll be a little bit of a ride. Everyone, just stay calm and let's go." And he kind of yaws the horses as the wagon starts to pull away. As the wagon is going in the back, do any of you say anything to each other as the wagon is moving? He tells you that the ride is going to take some number of hours.
I'm gonna whisper to Olgich, little girl, be careful. No, there is something weird going on. Just
I'm not a
letting
little
you know.
girl. I'm 60 years old.
You look so little though compared to me. My apologies. I don't mean disrespect. I meant that to say as a compliment. Little girls are very rare in the half-orc breed, you know. So
Okay,
you are a very
okay,
rare specimen
okay.
for my eyes.
So I would speak to Ogid as well. I'd be like, so you said you had a dream about us, eh?
I did, yeah.
What was in this dream?
So the dream was all of us meeting up at this tavern and this man walking in and saying basically everything he just said. And we all agreed and went with them to help. I don't know what's coming after. I just know that this is where we were all meant to be.
Curious.
Well, I trust the man implicitly, and with that, I'm going to try and take a rest. You just see him kind of smash his pack behind his head and try to get as comfy as he can in the cart. I haven't had a
Not
good
very
sleep in quite
talkative.
some time.
I'm suspicious of everybody and everything, so I'd stay awake.
I just started stabbing.
I've been paid. I'm getting out this wagon.
And it's kind of funny. I thought how am I going to deal with combat fighting these characters? Apparently, if I just leave you alone to roleplay enough, you'll all just kill each other.
Moonpoon wants to take a look. Like, can I see something outside the carriage? Like, can I notice anything, or is it like completely sealed, like on all sides?
Yeah, what type of carriage is it? Is it like a wooden or cloth covered, or
So
that would be important to know. If
Wait,
you
what
can see
kind? What
anything.
kind of like? Is this like a nice carriage? Is it like? Does it have an excellent decollage?
also for the record, ignore the name of this map. It's
Forest
called it's
Battle.
called Forest
Not
Battle.
suspicious at all.
Ignore. I found a nice wooded zone to
I've
put
seen
as a
that map.
background. So
Yeah, I've seen this map.
the
too.
carriage
I've used
itself is it looks fairly simple. You do notice that in the carriage itself there are some like more decadent trinkets. You notice that there's like a guitar in the back. You notice that there's kind of some finer like pottery, cups, things of that nature. But there's the van or the caravan, the wagon itself is, you know, just a wagon. When you look outside the wagon, I think you asked that question as well. Can you see anything outside? Is that what you're asking?
I was trying to say, like, if it were the same foggy weather that we had when we left the bar, if it's following us here.
Yes. So as the cart has been moving, if Moonpoon was to like stick his head out to observe, that fog is as dense as ever, to the point where you almost can't see anything beyond it. Like, it almost appears as though Aragorn would be navigating this completely blindly.
Can I just say all I see on my screen is black? Is anybody else?
Really?
No,
I
I've
see
done
everything.
forest.
Yeah. Do you want to try?
When I
and,
move,
start?
I can like it uncovers a
Refresh.
little bit.
How about now?
That's better.
There you go. This was the important thing I asked you to tell me about, just in case.
I know that's why I popped. That's why I popped in. So
Do you not have dark vision?
I don't think halflings do they?
No, they don't.
Looking at your sheet,
That is
no,
why.
actually, you do not have dark vision.
Ooh.
So that's why she couldn't see anything.
Oh, that's kind of fun.
Oh.
Ooh.
So everybody can see but me.
Yeah.
basically? So I was supposed to be
No,
in the dark.
I mean, when you have dark vision, you can see like dim light. It's not like
Yeah.
you can see it clear as day. With dark vision, you can see like darkness, like dim light. But
Yeah,
if it's
it's-
magical darkness, you can't see.
It's
So,
like
different.
looking at a baby monitor.
fog.
Ooh.
Figured
That's
I'd
cool.
I'd click the weather effects just for shits
Oh,
and
that's
giggles.
nice.
So I guess to
That
get
is
to my
nice.
question, this is not magical darkness because we can see, right?
Yeah, there's nothing magical about the darkness. Like,
But is there something magical about the fog?
you can check if you so desire.
I do as desire because I'm sus that this is.
Oh,
following
Saya
us around.
do. Saya do desire.
Saya do. So what, Arcana then?
Yes.
Or yeah.
I think Augage would check as well.
I would mention, I'd be like, isn't it a bit strange that the fog seems to be
Ooh.
following us?
Oh wait, I have a thing where I get to reroll my ones.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
18.
That's a lot of dice. Ooh. All right, so we have an adjusted 19 for Augage and a 15 for Saya.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, wait. And adjusted 7 for
You gotta go.
from Mizior Poon.
Palanthas is gonna peek open an eye and put his 2 cents in. If he rolls it. Ooh.
Ooh, hoo-hoo.
Very nice.
A very magically knowledgeable party, except for the the one holding
Except
the
for the
staff.
sorcerer.
So you all definitely detect something in the fog. It isn't anything that you felt before, but you definitely know there is some form of magic causing this fog.
So I'd be like, I think we should keep our wits about us.
I think our host just likes to put on a show. This is clearly for our benefit.
You think
I
he can
noticed.
control the weather?
Well, it makes it more atmospheric, don't you think?
I don't know if you guys are deaf or not, but the time we came inside the tavern and the time we left, the fog was definitely thicker. Something has happened.
And it seems to be
That
following
something
us.
is following us. Yeah.
Mhm. I'm sus.
Sus.
Sus,
Correct
bro.
my way of speaking, but my teeth are growing up and I feel like nauseous.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So the wagon continues then after this discussion, and as you get further, this fog is just everywhere. But ahead of you, there appears to be suddenly an opening, a clearing of some kind, as the wagon actually approaches these gigantic gates. Let me take us there. Different map.
How much time has passed?
It's been hours. It has not been like a
Okay.
dramatic amount of time.
All right.
Which is notably odd considering that you know that within hours of here, there's certainly not a place called Barovia.
Ooh, hex map.
So you should all see like a slightly illuminated corner of the map over here.
Oh yeah. Yep. Way on the right.
Yes.
Yep.
So your wagon is approaching over here, and you are directly at this point, these gates. Let me send this picture to you guys. This is what you stroll up and you actually see.
Holy crap!
That's cool.
So before you find these two gigantic statues, both holding broadswords directly in front of them. The gates, tall, rusted, old. Everything is kind of like dull and barren, but again, this is the only area where the fog does not seem to be. This was a sudden clearing. If you look all around the wagon, you still continue to see that dense, heavy fog, but as the wagon actually approaches up here, the fog begins to like subside, and there's almost like a clearing up to this gate.
Do we recognize anything about these statues and this type of construction?
I will, without making you roll, all of this is foreign to you.
Very foreign, okay. That's cool.
I want to ask our guide, what's this place? Where have you brought us? Be honest.
I've brought you to the Gates of Barovia. We are here. This is where you guys get out. So he kind of like steps off the wagon and gestures for you guys to go.
You see
Okay.
Kalanthos kind of like dozing off, still in the back of the wagon.
So I would poke him awake.
You see him go, and he like quickly taps around for something. He goes, okay.
I'm gonna look at him and laugh. She looks so
I say,
funny.
let's go, guys. We're here.
Saya has never met anybody this perky in her entire life.
Yeah, this is fantastic. I love this.
I was gonna say the differing. Now that I've seen you play your characters, even for like a half hour or an hour, it's just like now it's all becoming clear how the
It's so
dynamic's
good,
gonna go. It's so good.
So yeah, Saya would wake him up like, apparently we have to get off here.
Jump
My
through.
good man,
Yes.
promised me an excellent bed. Please point me to it.
Everything that you need is through those gates. Go.
Oh, well then.
Wait, where are you going? Don't know anything about this place.
I trust this man implicitly.
Why?
Why
You haven't
can't
met him till
Look at that
5 minutes
smile.
ago.
This man would not betray us, not in a heartbeat.
Oh my God,
Why
are
can't
you
you take
that-
the carriage any further?
Are you that idiotic? Oh my God.
Please,
Okay.
go now through the gates. You will find the Burgermaster. I can't fucking say that. Fucking
But-
Burgermaster.
Beggars, you're gonna find them beggars.
You will find the Burgermaster within the walls of the city. Please, go through the gate.
I will hop down and start walking towards the gates.
Well, my good lady, let us go together.
Oh, the
And he
cute
kind of
little-
like makes a really stiff, awkward bow to you, and then he'll like walk side by side with you.
Saya and Poon, what are you guys doing?
roll my eyes and follow them because I want to get paid, and I'm thinking to myself, the money better be freaking good. By the end of this is so weird, and I've seen weird.
And Moon, what are you up to?
I wanna leave something, some kind of mark on the door, like a magic mark, to see like if it's gonna stay there or not. Like, I'm gonna try and like, I have some kind of chalk with me and stuff like that. So I wanna put like a piece of chalk on the door and to see if it's gonna be there tomorrow. Like that's my idea. Like,
Okay.
Yeah.
because I think like something weird's going on.
Like on the giant gates is where you're trying to do this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Graffiti, huh?
So I take it then that means you guys are walking towards the gates?
Suppose it does.
Oh,
I already said I was, so.
very leading. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm already on my way.
Cool.
Did
I-
like is it like it touch like it's solid? It's not like an invisible wall or any kind of illusion. That's
It's a
this
giant
castle, right?
mimic.
So actually, as you guys approach the gates, you see them open by themselves outwards towards you. Like they just pitch open with a giant creak and a rumble. They just like welcoming you in with their arms, only they're disgusting gigantic gates.
Normally, I would be unsettled by such things, but I trust my host implicitly. Onward.
I would look over my shoulder back at the carriage and our friend and see if he's still there watching.
So you guys are at the gates at this point?
Yeah.
So as you get to the gates, you see Aragol in the wagon still there, but you do see the fog essentially take them. Like the fog ends up going past him, and
Yeah.
he gets like faded away. So you guys are just now on the other side of the fog with the gates.
Could be a
Rand.
great deal of magic damage, of magic powers here. It's gonna be very interesting.
We better get
One
paid well, is what I can say.
Moonpoon is excited to see what kinds of magic power he's gonna reveal here.
I'm excited to get paid.
So continuing to walk then through the gates.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, why
Yes.
not?
Okay.
Yep, absolutely.
So, as you progress through, you're basically going through this heavily wooded area, and it almost appears as though the fog is essentially like chasing you. You notice that like it is constantly brushing up against your back. It's like constantly closing off the area behind you as you go. It's just this wave following you. The path forward in front of you remains open, but the path behind you as you cross it continues to just get filled with this very dense fog.
There's no turning back now.
Clearly
where we're
not.
supposed to go.
So you are on the path, and there is densely wooded areas to both sides of you. You notice that all the trees are excessively like old, dark, like their bark is not a healthy brown that you might expect. There doesn't appear to be like, you know, a bunch of healthy like branches on it. Is just like all of the leaves almost just look sad. If leaves could look sad, you know, they're not like up and down and
Sad
bright
leaves.
green. They're all kind of this dark, damp, like, you know, wet spinach look. Like they're all just kind of droopy leaves as you go through the forest. And as you're walking, everyone roll me a perception check.
Should we say the passive perception we have as well?
You don't need to give me your passive perception, just
Okay.
an actual perception check.
Do we have a disadvantage?
Just a rego perception. Ooh.
Rego.
Ooh, ooh, ooh,
Ooh.
So many dice.
It's
What
the
was
first
that one?
natural
Oh,
20?
Saya rolled it with advantage.
Is the first natural
Don't know
20, I
why.
think?
Just
Why'd you
chucking
say
dice.
that?
So everyone is highly perceptive, it seems. I think everyone passed. Yeah, everyone.
Is it not like the first natural 20 of season 2?
No, not yet.
I was going to say, was there an actual nat 20 or were those all adjusted?
They're all adjusted.
They're
it
all
looks
adjusted.
like Moon's is an adjusted 20.
It says 1d20 plus 1, that's why I was confused. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be 19, I guess.
Yeah.
No, it's a you rolled it. Yeah, it's a 19.
Yeah, it's a
19.
20.
It's weird. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a 19, but for all intents
Yeah.
and purposes, let's just
Yeah.
pretend.
That's the head. Yes, I got it out of the bed. Ooh.
All right. So, all of you get this foul stench as you're walking. Like, as you've been walking, nothing smelled like rosy per se, but now you're getting a very distinct scent. One that you are all familiar with those high rolls. This is the scent of a corpse of some kind. There is a very strong smell of a dead body. and you notice that it is just off to the side of the road. You didn't see it as you were walking, but you definitely smell it, and you can identify where it is.
All right. Kalanthas will draw his sword and ready his shield and just say to the group, "Be alert. There's a stiff
Yeah.
about."
I would
What?
take. That's death.
Oh, your common language is weird. Oh, excuse me, but I haven't been using the common language that much. This tense reminds me of my village. Probably someone is dead.
So I would take my sword out as well.
I want to do an Arcana check again to see if there's anything magical happening in front of us or besides us or to the sides.
Yeah, go ahead. A 17. The only magic that you are detecting is still coming from the fog. So whereas before you didn't quite get something from the fog, you are now very distinctly picking up that the fog does have some magical essence to it that you haven't felt before. But nothing coming from the corpse.
I'd like to check and see if I can figure out how he died.
Sure.
How he or she died. Yeah.
Yeah, give me a medicine. A 16. You can't quite tell exactly how he died, but it doesn't have any like stab wounds on him or any form of like, pierced. He's not bleeding. It's just like essentially
No, like,
a
animal
dead
marks.
right. No identifiable anything that's on him. It's just you see a dead dude essentially. He's just been decaying, but he's been there for a little bit.
It's strange that I can't see any cause of death, but I mean, he's clearly dead. I don't. I wonder if he was just dropped here or something strange happened.
You'll see Kalanthas kind of like grab a nearby stick and then like toss it at the corpse. I've seen this
Hell
before.
drops a corpse in the forest.
Sometimes they lie in wait until you've dropped your guard.
You throw the stick at the corpse and nothing happens. However, when you do throw the stick, you notice that his hand was holding something, and upon hitting the hand with the stick, it opens and you see like an envelope kind of just subtly like drop out of his hand onto the ground next to him.
Well, if that's
I'll
not
pick it up.
curious, I don't know what is.
I'll pick it up and open it.
So you just run over to the letter and open it?
I was
No,
already over there
heedlessly.
checking
You
to see
heedlessly
how
run
he
over it.
dies.
No.
Just-
No, I was already over there to see if I could figure out how he died.
It's true. She was.
All right, so
So
you're
then, seeing that right there, I would pick it up.
okay. So Augage, I'm not going to do this to you. Augage picks up the envelope with the letter inside, and this is what you see that you cannot read. So I will read it to you. So,
Thank you.
this says, "Hail thee of might and valor. I, the burgomaster of Barovia, send you honor with despair. My adopted daughter, the fair Irina Kolyana, has been these past nights bitten by a vampire. For over 400 years, this creature has drained the lifeblood of my people. Now, my dear Irina languishes and dies from an unholy wound caused by this vile beast. He has become too powerful to conquer. So I say to you, give us up for dead and encircle this land with the symbol of good. Let holy men call upon their power, that the devil may be contained within the walls of weeping Barovia. Leave our sorrows to our graves, and save the world from this evil fate of ours. There is much wealth entrapped in this community. Return for your reward after we have all departed for a better life." And it is signed Kolyan Edirovich, the burgomaster.
So I would,
Vampires.
I would like to check after reading this to see if I see any vampire marks
Sure.
on this corpse. Is that medicine again, or
Yes, I would do the medicine check again if you'd want.
Okay.
Ooh.
22.
22.
So with this, you do not see any kind of like bite marks on the person. So again, there's no signs of like obvious like cause of death here.
I don't mean to alarm you, but I think our host has been less than genuine with us.
Never.
You think?
I know.
What do we
It's
know
crazy.
about vampires? Do they use
He
blood
seemed so
magic and stuff?
trustworthy in the inn.
You need to be a better judgment for personalities, you know? When you see someone telling you that they want to do something for them, you shouldn't take them in face value. You should always be minded of they can trick you, you know? Even I can tell you that.
That is a very poor way to look at the world. What is more important is this girl's suffering. We must
Yeah.
investigate it. No one should suffer unjustly, especially a child.
If it's even a child. You know, vampires can look like children and they can be pretty old. I mean, does my character knows anything about vampires and stuff like that?
I was
that's a
gonna
great
say,
question.
I was just like,
Yeah.
that was a lot of information about vampires.
Yeah, wait. Yeah, let's roll back.
I've heard they can turn into fog.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's roll that back. Let's see.
What should we roll for vampires? Knowledge
History?
vampires?
Vampire check.
Go ahead and give me a knowledge vamp on
Knowledge
that
vamp.
one.
Okay.
No, I would say give me a religion on this one.
Yay, I am okay at this one with the +1.
I was gonna say I would hope so.
Oh,
No.
That's the guy who gets high.
yes, still better.
Calanthus, you definitely have heard of vampires. You don't have much experience with them. You have the general idea of sharp teeth bite people kind of thing, but no deeper history. However, Moonpoon and Augage both have a much better perspective, so everything Pano said can hold. Basically,
Thank God.
so you guys definitely have an awareness of vampires and a general idea of them. You've never come across them yourselves, but you've heard enough tales of them to have a sense that they obviously do not like sunlight and generally are creatures of the night, but not much more than that. So yes, you don't see the word vampire and like have no idea what you're looking at. You all have a sense except for Saya.
Yeah, I'm like, eh.
It's like, that's a weird word.
What's it? A vampire?
Everyone who looked at the letter, give me a perception check.
I looked at the letter.
Oh, we all would have looked at the letter, I would suppose. I don't know why
Oh.
that's rolling with advantage.
Huh?
We can look at that later, but I'll just, for the purposes of like,
It doesn't matter right now because it was
Yeah.
sucky on both counts, but
I'll always just take your first roll in that instance, and we'll
Yeah.
figure out offline whatever that is. So Moonpoon is the one who actually notices this. So let me show you the original letter that you guys got again, and the one that you just found.
Same.
Both
Same
of them
card.
are seemingly from the Burgomaster. However, Moonpoon notices that the handwriting is very different on these two letters, almost as if they are from different people.
And one of them refers to Arena as his love,
And
and the other one refers to it as his daughter, right?
I
can we
can.
is there somewhere where we can see the letters?
I was going to say,
That
I
pop
think I
along?
can show you the text versions of these. Let me. Do you see this?
Yeah.
I hope you can't click that word arena.
Arena.
No, we
Hold
don't
on.
have permission to do that actor.
Sick.
I didn't even try.
So that
I did,
is.
'cause I was-
I immediately tried.
Me too.
Carl
I clicked
is-
it, the first thing I did.
Carl is all about breaking the game. He's just like, I'm clicking it.
Well, it's clearly a thing made to be clicked.
Yeah.
I mean, it's made to be clicked, just, by me.
Why?
So that is the one letter, and let me pull up the other handout here. This is the second letter here.
Yeah, so
See, it says his
My
adopted
daughter.
daughter.
It could be both, you know, for vampires especially.
You would
Especially
not
for
refer to
vampires.
someone as the love of your life if it was your daughter.
You could.
That's a romantic saying.
And
Can
What
you add
about
these to like a journal? Because I see there's like that journal tab.
Yeah.
I believe
I'd
I
like
can
to have
hand you
access to them.
guys, like, I can give you these handouts. I admittedly don't know how to do it now, but I will do that
Okay.
after
Okay.
the episode
Okay,
today.
that's fine.
The one on the left is the letter that you originally got from Aragol at the tavern, and the one on the right is the one that you just found.
Wonder
That's
which
awesome.
one is
That's
correct.
probably the
I
one
want to roll
important.
insight on the letters to know which one is the right one and
Yeah.
which one is the fake one.
Tell me the truth, letters!
I cast
don't
Zone of
think you
Truth
could-
on the letters.
It fails. Nothing. You
Don't
see
want
nothing.
just to kill some vampires. Imagine their powers. Imagine them dying by chance.
I believe there's a cartman I must behead the next time I see him.
Yeah, I like him more now. And you can see like Moonpo's eyes like going bloodheads and stuff like that because he's obsessed. Like one of his flaws is like he loves killing. He loves killing parts and goods and stuff in general.
The only other thing I'll mention about the new letter that you just found is, whereas on the previous letter there was a wax seal on it that had that red hawk with the tower behind it, this one is sealed with just a large letter B.
B for Barovia,
I would
Burger
assume so.
Master, I think.
Burger Master.
The Burger Master.
But it's it's just a wax seal of a quarter pounder with cheese. Just
The Honorable Mayor McCheese has summoned us.
I'm gonna change everyone's tokens to just be McDonald's characters.
Like,
Dibs on the grimace.
I was about to
I
say
wanna be the
Grimace is
hamburger.
easily high priority.
I think we should
Oh,
move
man.
forward.
Nobody wants to be a fry guy.
We're not getting anything by standing here. We're becoming easy pickings, probably.
We should keep walking, yes.
Okay. So with this, then everyone will continue walking. So you walk for a good bit, and you come upon. Hopefully, you can see on the map here. This section. You come upon an actual village of some kind, yes, where Calathos is correctly pinging over there. You come upon an actual village, and you enter. And again, this entire time as you've been walking, the fog has been creeping behind you. There is no visibility of anything behind you as you're walking. It is just that heavy, dense fog.
What happens if we go back into the fog? Does it part or does it just remain foggy?
Would you like to try?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and go into the fog.
I will go into the fog.
Alone? Is anyone following?
Nope, I'm not stupid.
There's something I
Where are
must
you going?
test.
Why? You mad?
You must always have an escape route. It is only smart. It is the smart thing to do. I am an intelligent man.
Okay,
You
yeah,
do
evidently don't. But let's go with him so he doesn't die alone. It's not gonna.
So
help
you'll
us.
see him. He'll do like a little flourish with his rapier, and then he'll go in like shield raise and his rapier at the ready.
Okay. And did we say anyone was going with him?
I'm not.
I'm going with.
So Moonpoon's following with Kalanthas?
Yeah.
And is Augage going?
I don't see why I would.
No, I'd stay back with
The
August. 'cause
smart
she
thing
seems like
would
she
not
has
to
a
be
thing.
going to the menacing frog.
I think
the
I would
menacing
be
frog.
like keeping an eye on them though to make sure they're okay, but I don't see why I would go in there.
Okay. And I'm assuming when Kalanthas is saying he's testing this, he's not like running into the fog. He's essentially like toe tipping into.
Yeah, I'm like slowly going in like a couple feet at a time.
Okay. So
I
yeah,
want God's character to die. I love his character. I don't want his character to die. That's why I'm
I
going.
put a
alone,
lot
guys.
of work into
Yeah, I
this
like
guy.
his
Yeah.
character. It sounds
you
so
immediately
ridiculous,
get choked to death.
but
So
that's why I'm going with him.
So as Moonpoon and Kalanthas get into the fog, as you approach it even, you definitely notice that it is getting harder to breathe. Like, it's starting to feel pretty tense in your lungs. Do you keep pressing forward?
I'll take a couple more steps.
Okay.
Why are you moving forward?
We must need to. I need to know if this is an actual lethal effect or merely just something to dissuade us from going
You're gonna
forward.
die from lethal effects, right? Can you not tell that?
My lord does not fear injury.
So Kalanthas takes some extra steps, and he starts to really feel that pressure now from the fog, to the point that I'm gonna need a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Gonna need one of them con saves. A 16.
How's a 16 go?
Oh lordy.
Oh shit.
Okay.
17 points of damage.
So you immediately start to feel really heavy. Like, the fog is like weighing on your body. It is like just aggressively hard to breathe. Your body, it's hard to move. You feel as if you've like doubled in weight essentially. And you can give yourself the exhaustion debuff level 1.
Oh no. He was already exhausted.
I was flavorfully exhausted.
Well,
All right.
you're
I'm gonna figure
really
out how to
exhausted.
do that.
I was gonna say, yeah, we
20
can
sheet.
figure that out in a bit. It's
I know
really
it-
easy on
I've seen
D&D
it on-
Beyond,
I
but
saw it on D&D Beyond.
yeah, in D&D Beyond it's very simple. I have not attempted to do this in Foundry yet.
I am trying to find it in D&D. Oh, nope.
The conditions section up there should have it. Top right-ish, I believe.
I am a blind man.
Next to your armor class, there's
Yep,
defenses
I
and
totally
conditions.
I see that now. So I am
Exhaustion.
exhausted.
And there's levels of exhaustion. You are
Oh
currently
yeah.
at exhaustion 1.
Oh
Oh,
dear.
cool.
So for mechanical purposes, exhaustion 1 gives you disadvantage on all ability checks.
Great.
it's pretty bad, guys. Even
Yeah.
one part of exhaustion is pretty bad. I mean, you can't get it back until you a long rest, right? You need to do a long rest to get that back. I think.
So yeah, exhaustion is. I guess I can just say that. I'm sure you guys would have run into exhaustion before. Yeah, and it's just a D&D mechanic thing. So essentially, exhaustion is removed by 1 level whenever you take a long rest.
Brand?
So now that you've hit this exhaustion 1, what does Kalanthas do?
He now sees like that this is an actual oppressive fog and not just like some effect, and he's going to back out of it.
All right. And Moonpoon.
Oh, back
Be
now?
wary, Orc. This is no mere illusion. This is something much more dangerous.
This is what we have been trying to tell you this whole time.
I told you, goddamn.
But I trusted that horseman implicitly. He seemed like a trustworthy fellow. Didn't you see that smile? No evil man would have a smile that roguish.
Yeah, let's go back. I can't even deal with you right now.
So, pressing forward then into the village.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess.
Okay.
Do we see like anyone like but just by moving to the village? Do we see anything like fires, like people moving around, like horses, anything, or is it abandoned as far as we can see?
Well, it is great that you asked that question. So, as you enter the village here, do you guys all see yourselves there? I'll ask the Deb question. Do you see light? Oh, I don't even have the. Hold on. Let me activate that map so you could
Yeah.
theoretically do that. Do you see the map here?
It's just loading.
Yes.
Loading. It's
Oh,
loading.
man, Foundry is so much better
Yeah.
than Roll20.
It actually is, yeah.
That's
Yeah, I see
what
that.
I've been trying to say.
Much smoother and like easier. Like it has less buffering and seems like less strenuous for your CPU as well.
So
Well, say yourself. I hear the fan going nuts on my laptop, and then I've got like 40 windows open and OBS, so that's probably why.
All that porn. Okay.
So as you enter the village here, there's a gravel road that led you into the village, and you see that there's tall houses, and they're all so dark. Like, they don't appear to be traditionally built. There's just like rotting stones, like rotting foliage around them. It's just all of the buildings look desolate. They don't look ruined, but they all look unhealthy. If they were a person, they would have depression. It's like they're just a really sad looking house here.
So they're the building version of me.
Yes, of monitor punching Carl is like what these buildings
I was
are.
referring to Kalanthas. No, also monitor punching Carl. Yeah.
So
naming the character very close to my name was a bad idea.
I'm telling you, it's complicated. I'm over here barely holding on with all the names.
When you say the name, I'm like, it sounds like Calithos, but it's not quite.
I mean,
Kalanthas was the name of my first Dungeons and Dragons character in 3rd edition. So it seemed only right that my first character in 5th edition should have the same name.
It's just fitting. So as you enter the town again, you see all these desolate buildings. You see the darkness. It is just uncomfortably dark as well. Like it was night before, but here it feels somehow even darker, if that makes sense. Like there's just barely semblance of light in that thick fog, even though it's not the same level as what Kalanthas walked through before. It is foggy essentially everywhere. It is like kind of hardish to see. But as you enter the town, what you see before you is actually a pair of children standing there.
The two obviously vampire children?
They're there with indeterminate origin and or lineage. So you see these two children, and there's kind of like a soft whimpering that you hear from the younger boy in the hood there. And the girl appears to be trying to shush him or calm him at the same time. They are directly in front of you.
I'm gonna look at Calientes and say, just don't do any sudden movement. It might
so,
not, as it would look like.
At that, Kalanthas will are these children in like obvious distress?
The young boy appears to be in distress. The girl that appears to be calming him down like has her wits about her, but obviously isn't like in the best of shape, but certainly more put together than the other one.
He's gonna go right up to the little boy and like go down on one knee and be like, "Boy, what seems to be the trouble?"
Then I try to interrupt him with an intimidation check, like to look at him, to stare at him, like and say, "Don't move." Can I try to do that before he does that? How does it work?
You want to try and intimidate the children?
No, I want to try and intimidate Calientes before he does it. Like, it's gonna
you
be
just
like,
see Moonpoon just go, "Yo, get it together."
Yeah, stuff like that. Like he's gonna. Yeah, so he has to roll a save against my intimidation check, I think.
Is that what you want to do?
Yeah, I wanted to intimidate him so he stops from moving, so he doesn't go there in the first place.
Oh, you're trying to do this to Kalanthas. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Just hold it tight.
21.
Ooh.
Charisma saving throw, I think.
Yeah, I mean, there's not like really a. Yeah, I guess you could do charisma. Yeah, go ahead. Give me a charisma saving throw.
Okay. Charisma is my strong suit, but I will say this. It is absolutely a part of Kalanthas's religion to protect children. Like, specifically kids.
This is his Achilles heel.
So
oh my
roll.
god.
Oh,
Holy shit. The roleplay writes itself. So yeah, Kalanthas appears to ignore Moonpoon's plea. So what did Kalanthas say?
He's gonna first. So what does Moonpoon try to do to me? To Kalanthas.
I'm trying, like, by touching your chest with my enormous hand, stare at you and say, like, don't go there. I'm glad. Like it's gonna be intimidating, but not like hostile intimidation. Like intimidation for your own good stuff.
Yeah, he's gonna just like dismissively smack your hand out of the way and say, and he's just gonna go, "It doesn't matter if they're good or bad. A child isn't child, no matter what they are." And then he's gonna walk up to the boy and go, "What is troubling you, boy?"
So the boy is like sniffling and he seems to like be unable to get like words out and speaking, but the young girl like essentially like shushes him completely and turns to you at this point and says, "There's a monster in our house." And she points to a building just up the street. And you can see the building. It is tall and very dark. It has like a gate around it that's like steel on the base floor. The gate is extremely rusted, but slightly open. And it appears as though the houses like next to it are essentially abandoned and boarded up. Like this house stands alone. Even the boarded up houses look out of place in this desolate location. But that is the house that she's pointing to.
I don't want to crowd the mic here, but I've already been burned once by that roguishly handsome man. So I'm going to use my divine sense again. Are these, especially now that I know that vampires are these children fiends or undead?
You're using your divine sense?
Yes, I'm going to burn another use of divine sense for that.
So, Kalanthos looks at the two children and he gets a very distinct sense that they are undead.
Oh dear. That's a pickle.
Well, shit.
On one hand, I need to save the children. On the other, they're undead children.
Really? What
Okay.
Did you ever thought that they wouldn't be undead? Two children sitting in an abandoned place full of magical fog, pointing at buildings and crying like a folk or horror.
He's gonna look at the girl said that to him, right?
Correct.
I understand. Let me go speak with my compatriots. I'll be right back. And he's just gonna like power walk back to you guys and go, "They're totally undead children."
Yeah, we can see that.
How have you survived so far in the world? What they told you?
That the house is haunted. They gestured to some very apparently evil house. So I don't know what to do.
They want to lure us into a trap. Probably.
Sounds like a trap.
Seems like a trap.
Who cares, right? We came here to kill them all and get the rewards as well. But the main objective is to kill them, right?
No, we shall not harm the children. That
No,
is
not the children.
unquestionable.
Yeah. Okay.
But they're
whatever.
undead.
It doesn't
what-
matter. We don't know what the cause of their affliction is. It could be they were bitten by the vampire.
If you get bitten by a vampire, it's too late. Probably. As far as I know. It's too late.
Fuck. All right.
think
So
we
I already said it doesn't matter if they're good or evil. I have to help kids. That I didn't expect that to bite me in the ass so quickly.
Yeah.
Now you know what playing Pie felt like. It's just like, well, I know this is a shit idea, but...
Yep.
What do you guys think about this? We can play along with the plan. Of course, being aware that they want to trick us, probably. And then we go and finish off whatever they want, or finish them off if they try to attack us. Let's see what they want.
We're here for a reason. We're here to help. I think we've got to do it.
You gnome. Have you seen the future of this event?
No, I can't just tell the future. It's things come to me in dreams, and
So
I
it's
don't get
useless.
to choose. Well, I wouldn't say useless. I mean, it brought me to all of you.
Oh, I don't know that that's a good thing for you, darling.
I find you all quite pleasant.
You are
Okay.
a charming person as well.
I guess we go back and I go back and to the kids then.
Yeah,
We go
that's
to their haunted house.
ask them
They're-
their names.
fun murder mystery house. Now that I'm close,
Try not to look suspicious.
How long ago did you pass?
They look at you confused. Mister, we haven't passed.
Interesting.
insight.
Can we approach as well? At the same time he's asking them?
Yeah, you guys can approach as well. And you said you wanted to roll insight?
Yeah. Are these undead kids lying to me? Ooh,
They have
16.
no idea they're dead.
Okay, it is impossible to read these dice. I need to change that.
Yeah, I was gonna
Huh?
suggest it after the episode. So with a 16, the girl appears to be genuine when she answers.
They do not know that they have died. Interesting. They must be unable to pass beyond. Their souls are unrest.
So should we go deal
Perhaps
with?
they've just been vampires for so long that they can't remember when they changed.
No, they do not feel like vampires.
Are they like ghosts?
I mean,
Well, we have
as
to
far
roll
as you
for
can
that.
tell, they are, just people, just kids. Like,
Undead.
I mean,
kids.
their garb may throw you because they don't appear dressed in a way that you would be familiar with, but yeah, by all perceptions, they appear to just be people.
What is this thing that you want us to take care for you? What is this evil thing that makes you so afraid, little ones?
There's a monster inside the house. We hear its terrible howls all the time.
What kind of
Perhaps
monster?
it
Have
is-
you ever seen it?
No, we've never seen it. It's so loud. It torments us.
What does it sound like?
Sounds monster-ish.
I
Sounds
was-
like a monster.
Oh, this is great.
This is
I
the
love being on this side of the screen.
yeah, it's like this is the and what's the name of that NPC
Yeah.
question?
Well, you know the nature of what is in there. You can't.
Oh no, I totally can. I'm just laughing because I didn't prep a noise for the monsters.
You don't have to make a noise, but describe
make
the
a noise.
noise.
Oh no, we're making a noise.
You gotta make the noise.
So the noise that you the child makes goes it like
What the actual fuck is that?
Is it like a banshee or something?
Oh,
that's the noise that the
I
child
wanna go
makes.
See what it is now. Just
Okay. Can we roll something to see if we would recognize that noise or have an inkling of what it might be?
Yeah, sure.
nature?
What do you want me to roll?
Yeah, just give me yeah, I guess nature is probably as good as you could do.
All right, I'm gonna get in on that roll.
Get in on that roll.
Yeah,
For
okay, that's much better.
Ooh, there's the nat 20.
Nice too.
Ogage
First
gets
natural
that.
one in my campaign. First natural 20 in your campaign.
Absolutely amazing. Ooh, ooh.
amazing.
And
That's
Moonpoon with the adjustment. So everyone got some pretty sick rolls. The noise wasn't super descript to all of you, but with a nat 20, I'll go as far as saying like Ogage recognizes that the children, although they're terribly emulating what they think they heard, it sounds more like a scream than a guttural like noise that a monster or creature would make. It sounds humanoid more than it sounds monster.
So perhaps someone is in there suffering and they've misconstrued it as a monster.
Their parents, maybe.
Boy, what is your name?
Can I like interact with him?
Yeah,
Can I, like,
good.
Put my hand on his shoulder.
Yes.
Is he like corporeal?
Yes. You can put your hand on their shoulder.
Okay, like so I'll like put my hand on his shoulder and like give him a test squeeze.
Uh,
Well, boy, what is your name?
Test quiz.
just a test squeeze. Yeah, as you go to put your hands on his shoulder, your hand
Thank you
kind
for putting that. Holy man, as the holy man touches the young child.
Your hand kind of like passes through a bit. Like it does not hit flesh. It just.
Oh dear.
Oh
Ghosty.
my.
But the child seems unfazed by this, almost as if he doesn't even recognize you attempted it.
Boy, I will. What boy? What is your name?
He's just sniffling. He's like, my name is Thornbolt, but everyone calls me Thorn.
Thorn, I will swear this to you. You will be put to rest.
I'm not tired. I'm scared.
So that means I can kill him? I'm joking.
Please.
Cal will get up like stiffly. Sorry, I interrupted you.
No.
I guess we should go and see. I'm very curious at what kind of creature we're gonna face there.
Yeah, we should go investigate, I suppose.
Yeah.
Please.
Nothing better than some bloodshed.
See if I can loot something interesting.
Our parents, they kept the monster trapped in the basement. When you're going inside, just please kill the monster. There's a baby up in there, inside the house, upstairs, named Walter.
Good gods.
dear.
There's a
Can they
child.
read
There's
his
a baby.
thoughts?
What's that, Augage?
Can they read his thoughts and know that his weakness is children?
Can the children do that?
Yeah, because they just so happen to
guys are
mention
paranoid.
that there's a baby.
Yeah, there's a nursery full of infants.
There's 7 babies in there.
Yeah.
All the babies.
How can I hold all these babies?
Yeah. Please go. Help us. We can't go in there. I won't go in there. And he's just clutching his stuffed doll like tighter as
So I
his
want to
sister.
make an insight check on him to see if he's acting that up or is he genuinely telling the truth.
Yeah. A 19. You believe that he's being completely genuine.
We should probably just go investigate the house then.
Child
No?
believes that. Yeah, there is nothing more to determine than going in.
Remember, it's in the basement. Please go now. And they kind of like lead you over. They walk over to the building, which is up here, and just like point past the rusty gates at the door.
Okay.
You girls are awfully quiet. What do you think about this?
I don't think it's
See-
normal.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Like I said before, we're here for a reason. I think we need to help. I mean, but we need to be careful, but we've got to help. Clearly something is wrong here.
Yeah. Let's keep on the lookout. Just be careful of your surroundings when we move there. There's more than they say, for sure. I don't know if they're aware, but something is going on with them and this village.
Okay, I'll follow them to the house.
I will too, reluctantly.
Yep. I would have
Oh my
been
God.
right behind the kids.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, and good.
As I stomp
What?
on these houses.
Yeah, it's just huge. Kalanthos is just doosh, doosh, doosh.
Demolishing the societies.
Take that, evil house.
Why is the house evil though? Don't judge the house by its colors.
So you all approach the house at this point?
Yep.
Okay. Let me go ahead and change the scene and throw you on it. Dude.
Don't throw me.
Oh, this is so much better than that. Was so quick.
Oh, there we go.
It is black
So
for
much
me
better
again.
than. Oh
just so
my
you know.
god.
Yeah, let me go ahead and give you some light up in here.
Oh Jesus Christ! This
It's-
is what this map is called.
You know. It's whatever.
It's called Death House.
It's, just a house as far as I
Lots
know.
of death.
So you approach the house.
This is a lovely house of death.
This house appears to be of life, I would say. So you approach the house, and the children are noticeably just like waiting on the outside. Like they're not rushing to like join you at the house.
Okay.
Do you approach?
Before he approaches, Kalanthos is gonna like kneel quickly, and you're gonna see him like lift the sleeves of his like mail, and you see like these like really thick red cords like tying around both of his wrists, and you see him like mutter a quick prayer, and then he'll like stand up and get his sword and shield ready again.
I'd have my rapier ready to go in before we destroy stuff.
Okay. Do you enter?
Can I do a perception check at the door?
Oh yeah. Yep.
Nope. Unallowed. Yeah, go ahead.
Huh?
Want to see if there's any traps or anything like that? 'Cause traps are bad.
Traps are usually bad.
See nothing.
Most of the times.
Ooh, double 12s.
Yeah.
12s. Was that
I
everybody?
I want to do an Arcana
Psych
check
Helm.
because I'm a mage and I do them Arcana checks the whole time. Sorcerers do.
Is
Do a sorcery check, an Arcana check.
is Augage going to do some kind of roll here, or you're good with it?
I'll do perception.
Okay. A 15. So
Why is
yeah,
my armor class so low?
I think I saw yours as like 16.
It should be higher than that.
We can look at that. You might not have your shield equipped or something.
Yeah, let me take a quick look at here because it should be a lot higher.
So, as you approach the house, everyone with your perception checks, you just notice that the house is just aggressively dark and meek and black. As you look at the door, there's just like little cracks within it, and you can almost just see like, just lots of debris below the door itself. There's just like withered plants that were there before. There's just like worms kind of like crawling around. There's like nothing sticking out to you as dangerous. Just it looks awful and decrepit, as though no one's been in here in quite a long time.
I figured out my armor issue. I didn't have my chainmail equipped,
There you go.
Oh.
That'll do
which
it.
also drastically reduced my speed
Just a minor detail.
because Kalanthos is a weak boy.
And you can't stealth without disadvantage as well, I think.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I am a noisy man.
Ching, 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 ching.
Chin, 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 chin.
So, do we go to the door?
Yeah, because there doesn't seem to be anything untoward outside, really. I think the meat shields should go in first.
Oh wait, is this the door
They
over
just
here,
go
or is
west.
this the door inside?
Those are windows that are marked as
Ah.
doors, actually, which is kind of
Okay.
funny.
Is this like openings?
I actually never noticed that, but yes, those are windows. The
Okay.
door is this door here.
All right, I'm gonna go to the door and I'm gonna say, "Steel yourselves. This will not be good." And then he's just gonna open up the door.
For you.
Just goes right in.
Yep, he's gonna shield raise. And he's gonna open up the door with his other hand.
Okay. So we open the door.
You open the door. Another door.
So when you open the door, you see a room
So much better.
directly in front of you. Hanging on the wall is a shield that's emblazoned with like a coat of arms. It's essentially like a golden windmill shape with a red field in the background. On the sides of this, you see framed portraits of like very fancy like bureaucrats. Essentially, they look like kind of hoity-toity like people. Beyond that, you see that the doors are very like nice wood. These nice mahogany double doors are in front of you, leading into deeper in the house as far as you can tell. The pictures that you see on the wall are just cobweb filled. There's like even a little spider that you can see that's just kind of like through the picture frame there as you walk into the
Kill
foyer.
that fucking spider.
Why? Who was fighting?
Because I hate
Oh.
spiders.
Oh.
You or
Saya.
Saya? Okay.
Saya hates
Oh, it would make
spiders.
sense that Saya would hate spiders. I know. I know all about your fallen god.
Do you guys step into the room?
Kalanthas will proceed into the room.
I'll follow behind because he's a nice meat shield, you know.
Oh,
Tall,
me too.
chunky.
So I'm gonna stop right
be
there.
Careful. Let the agent go first.
Too late.
Do I see the kids in those portraits?
No, the children do not appear to be in any of the
I
pictures.
still can't see the room. Sorry for being
Because
annoying.
is it dark in here?
It is dark in here.
She needs
Okay.
a torch or
So it's
So
something.
she
okay that I
need-
can't.
Does
You
your
need what? You need to cast a spell.
I was gonna say,
Someone
do you
needs to
have a
cast
torch of
spell.
some kind or anything like that?
Anyone have
You
Everyone.
actually do have 10 torches.
Yeah, everyone.
Yeah, you
I
need
don't.
Yeah,
I got rid of
I'll
them.
use a torch.
Why?
maybe?
So
I have dark vision. Why do we need the torch?
So cool thing about this, I actually installed an add-on that makes torches really easy. So how about now? Do you see more stuff?
Looks good.
So yeah, Augage basically lights a torch, and now she has extended vision. There's just a torch button I can press to give you that, which is cool.
Yeah,
It's cool.
this is so much better than roll 20.
It's so nice.
It's pretty sick. We'll just do a video on how sick Foundry
Yeah.
is. So everyone is in the room at this point? Yes?
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and move yourselves in. No reason. Okay.
Why was I moved there?
Everyone steps into the room, and the moment the last person goes in through the door, I assume that was Moonpoon,
Yes.
you see the door just close immediately behind you, slam shut, and you actually see metal bars go like grow out of the ceiling and pinch themselves into the ground and lock in front of the door. You are seemingly at least trapped on the inside.
But they are trapped with us.
And with that, we will see you next week.
No.
Dun, dun, dun!
I really don't like Barovia.
Oh, I don't like it here. It's not a nice place to vacation. Would not recommend.
It's a happy place. I even picked happy music to be playing throughout the entirety of.
It was good music. Very Nightmare on. I was gonna say it. Not.
Nightmare on Elm
Just
Street.
did
You're
an
talking.
episode of American Horror Story. That's it.
Yeah.
The Christmas one. Just Jack Skellington. That Nightmare.
I just want to see you suffer and get through the Nightmare Before Christmas.
Thank you. I had a 30-ounce gin and tonic. You need to relax.
I just wanted to watch you just sit there killing yourself trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
Wow.
But there we go, guys. Episode 1 of The Curse of Strahd in the book. And the crew knows they've entered a building called the Death House. I will figure out if I can hide those names from you in the future.
No, where's the fun of that?
But that's all we got for you guys. Tune in next Friday for Curse of Strahd episode 2. What do you guys think? Not too bad?
It was fun.
Sweet. That was fun. Box quote. All right, everybody. We will see you
man.
next week. Love you.
Brought to the bone zone.
Goodbye, everybody. Oh, yeah.